In 2013, a magic card would be printed that would be so important, it would be included in every master set ever for the rest of time. Yes, that's right, it is Talrand Sky Summoner, and right here are all of them. I've collected every printing of Talrand in both foil and non-foil, and they're all right here. As you can see, there are 21 different printings. So the thing with Talrand is that it just keeps getting printed in premium products. Products like Ultimate Masters, or Double Masters, or Commander Masters, where you're paying a premium price for your booster packs. But for most people, buying one of those premium price booster packs and then opening Talrand as the rare probably doesn't feel so good. Because Talrand is what many people like to call a bulk rare, meaning it has no real financial value. And the reason for that is because it's been printed so many times. However, Talrand is actually a very good card. When Talrand was first printed back in 2013, in the 2013 core set, it did have somewhat of a price tag, because its effect is quite powerful. We'll take a look at it right here. We're going to look at each one in chronological order, starting with 2013. So Talrand costs 2 blue, so 4 mana total. It's a legendary creature, Merfolk Wizard. It's a 2/2. It says, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a 2/2 blue Drake creature token with flying onto the battlefield. So in any kind of spellslinger type of deck, that can be a very powerful ability, because for every time you cast an instant or sorcery, you get a 2/2 flyer on top of it. So Talrand is a very good card, but it keeps getting printed so many times that people tend to not like opening it anymore, but because of that, I kind of gained a new appreciation for it and decided to collect every version of it right here. In the 2013 core set, there's also this nice foil here. I tend to like this one. This is what people would call the OG foil. I kind of like these cards, the first foil printing. This one also is a Merfolk Wizard. It's a 2/2, and it makes a 2/2 Drake whenever you cast an instant or sorcery. Its next printing was in Commander 2015, so at this point, this was only the first ever reprint of this card. This one also, you can see it costs 4 mana, it's a 2/2, that's a Merfolk Wizard, and it does stuff when you cast instants and sorceries. Then we went 2 years without getting a reprint of Talrand though, but in 2017 it got reprinted in this dual deck. I believe this is the Mind versus Might dual deck, I want to say. The Talrand was good in this deck though, because every time you would cast an instant or sorcery, you'd make a 2/2 blue Drake creature token with flying. After 2017 was when Talrand started making his way into Master sets though, with Ultimate Masters right here. This is the non-foil printing of Talrand from Ultimate Masters. You can see in this printing Talrand is a 2/2, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you make a 2/2 Drake with flying. And there's also a foil version of this card, the second ever foil printing. With this card, whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you make a 2/2 blue Drake creature token with flying. And then in 2019, Talrand made his way back into Commander decks with Commander 2019. In this version, you can see Talrand is a 2/2, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery, you make a 2/2 Drake with flying. Once we get into the year 2020 though, this is a big year for Talrand because he got a lot of printings in this one year. In 2020 alone, there were 5 printings of Talrand. There was this one right here from Commander 2020. You can see on this one Talrand is a 2/2 that costs 4, and it does stuff when you cast instants and sorceries. Talrand was also printed in Mystery Boosters, so this is a reprint of the dual deck version. You can see it's Mystery Booster there, because of this little symbol here though. And this one though costs 4 mana for a 2/2. When you cast an instant or sorcery, you make a 2/2 blue Drake creature token with flying. Talrand was also included in Jumpstart in 2020, the original Jumpstart. You can see this version is a 2/2 for 4, and when you cast an instant or sorcery, you make a 2/2 Drake with flying. But in 2020, Talrand was also included in Time Spiral Remastered, with the nice retro frame treatment. You can see this version of Talrand right here. It's a 4 mana 2/2, and it makes 2/2 Drakes with flying. There's also a foil version of this card which is the most expensive version of Talrand, and also this happens to be my personal favorite version. This is the Retro Foil Time Spiral Remastered Talrand. You can see here it looks quite nice. This one is a 2/2 for 4 mana. When you cast an instant or sorcery, you make a 2/2 blue Drake creature token with flying. Talrand didn't skip the year 2021 though. He got reprinted again in Commander 2021. You can see right here, this Talrand costs 4 mana, it's a 2/2, and it makes drakes when you cast instants and sorceries. And then in 2022, Talrand made his way back into Master sets with Double Masters 2022, this one being another big one because this one gave 3 printings of Talrand from just the one set. From Double Masters 2022, you can see there's the regular Talrand. This one is a 2/2 for 4 that does stuff when you cast instants and sorceries. There's also a foil version of Talrand from Double Masters 2022. This one costs 4 mana as well. It's a Merfolk Wizard that makes drakes. And then there's the first etched version of Talrand. This is the etched foil. This one, it's a legendary creature, Merfolk Wizard. This one is a 2/2 actually. And when you cast instants and sorceries, this one actually makes 2/2 blue Drake creature tokens with flying. After getting those 3 different versions in the year 2022, Talrand had to outdo himself in the year 2023, came back in Commander Masters with 5 different printings from one set. So these are the most recent printings of Talrand from this year from the Commander Masters set. This is the regular one. This one is a 2/2 for 4. This one makes drakes when you cast instants or sorceries. There's a foil one though. This one also is a 2/2. This one though, it makes drakes when you cast instants or sorceries. But then there is a second etched printing. So the first one was in Double Masters 2. Then we got another etched version in Commander Masters just a year later. This one actually makes 2/2 drakes when you cast instants or sorceries though. However, there was an even cooler printing than that in the same year, the same set even. Talrand got this borderless profile art treatment. This one is really cool because when you cast instants or sorceries, this Talrand makes a 2/2 blue Drake creature token with flying. But in this set, there is also the foil borderless profile art version of Talrand. And this one is really cool because when you cast an instant or sorcery, you make a 2/2 blue Drake creature token with flying. So there you have it. Every printing of Talrand Sky Summoner in non-foil and foil. I can't wait to see how many printings of Talrand we get next year. I feel like it's probably got to outdo itself from this year with 5 printings. Maybe we'll be lucky enough to get like 7 or 8 printings of Talrand next year. But however many we get, rest assured, they're going to be added to this binder right here. So let me know in the comments what do you think of Talrand Sky Summoner and tell me why this is your favorite card. Otherwise though, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.